Hello, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. I hope you're well. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot, and this is what you don't see coming for the week of April 26, 2026. It is a collective general reading, so as the messages come through today, take what fits, leave what doesn't, because if it's not your message, it simply means it is meant for someone else. And be sure to check out your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. If you're not sure what they are, in the description box is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. With all of that said, birthday babies, let's begin. Tapping into the Taurus collective now, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. Of course, Taurus, if you're celebrating your birthday in the first week of your season, I'd like to wish you a very happy birthday. What does the Taurus collective not see coming for the week of April 26, 2026? What do they not see coming? Let's get one more shuffle here. Thank you. We have karmic friends, karmic connections. At the bottom of the deck, we have stalker. Okay. What does Taurus need to know about this karmic connection here? Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What do they need to know about this karmic connection? One more shuffle here. Thank you. In your energy for the week ahead, Taurus, we have the Three of Cups, we have the Hermit, we have the Two of Swords, and we have the Seven of Cups. The situation, environment, or connection that you're dealing with. Temperance, Nine of Pentacles, and the Two of Wands. That leaves the Three of Wands, Six of Cups, and the Ace of Pentacles here at the bottom of the deck. Okay, let's get a couple of cards here on the table. Clarify that. Three of Cups, please, for Taurus. Clarify the Three of Cups here for Taurus. One more shuffle. Thank you. The Three of Cups is being clarified by the Chariot, the Nine of Wands, and the Three of Swords. Oh, okay. The Hermit. Why is the Hermit here for Taurus? Why is the Hermit here for Taurus? One more shuffle. Thank you. The Hermit is being clarified by the Eight of Wands, the Five of Pentacles, and the Eight of Pentacles. The Two of Swords. Why is the Two of Swords here? One more shuffle. Thank you. Two of Swords clarified by Seven of Pentacles, Six of Swords, and the Moon, and the Seven of Cups. Why is the Seven of Cups here for Taurus? One more shuffle. Thank you. Seven of Cups is clarified by Four of Pentacles, the Tower, and the King of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Wands. Okay. We'll see who this person is here or people that you're dealing with. But we are clarifying the karmic friends card here. So it could be any karmic connection here in your life. This was the first card that came out here was the Three of Cups. Three of Cups is clarified here by the Chariot, the Nine of Wands, and the Three of Swords. There's a particular partnership in your life, whether it is professional, platonic, or romantic, that you are feeling a bit broken up about or a bit emotional about. There's definitely some type of heartache here in regards to a particular connection here in your life. I feel like the Three of Swords moment happened very quickly, or at least that is your opinion of it. I feel like this heartache or this betrayal or the sadness or grief that you're feeling, I think it's like hitting you all at once here in that Chariot to the Nine of Wands to the Three of Swords. So even if this is something like a partnership that ended for you a month ago or a year ago or 6 years ago, emotionally speaking, I feel like it's just kind of hitting you like a train, figuratively speaking, this week. And maybe it's because we're in your birthday season and you're missing this person. But there's something like that here where you've had a connection in your life. There's some type of heartbreak or setback that you've incurred or endured with this person or this group of people. And I feel like emotionally it's kind of hitting you hard regardless of how long ago or how recent this happened. The Stalker card is actually you, Taurus. And I don't mean that you are stalking this person or this group of people, but it does talk about watching. And then we have that Hermit. It's almost like you're waiting. And maybe it is because it's your birthday season. It could be your birthday week for some of you. But you're sitting here kind of in Hermit energy. And I don't think you're doing this every minute of every day for the upcoming week. But it's sort of like while you're working on other things, other responsibilities, taking care of the other pets, people's, plants that you have in your life, you are waiting for communication in that Eight of Wands to the Five of Pentacles from this person who you either have had this breach in this connection with them. Maybe it was a full ending. I don't know what occurred. It's a general collective reading. But I do see you here while you were busy working on other things this week. There is a part of you that is waiting for communication from this person or wondering why you haven't received communication from this person. The Two of Swords. The Two of Swords is the Moon in Libra, and Libra is actually the house of marriage, partnerships, contracts, whether they are professional, platonic, or romantic. There's a feeling here in that Two of Swords being clarified by the Seven of Pentacles, the Six of Swords, and the Moon. It's very emotional that you're not hearing from this person or able to communicate with this person this week. And there's almost a feeling here of like, I'm only going to wait so long. That Two of Swords to the Seven of Pentacles. I'm only going to wait so long, and then I'm going to have to give up hope that I'm going to hear from this person, or that they're going to make good on that Three of Swords, feeling that they gave me, or whatever this person did to betray you, or maybe something they said hurt your feelings or something like that. I just see you waiting for an apology. You're waiting for communication. But again, I don't think you're sitting there like looking at the watch. It's like while you're doing other things, you're still mindful of like, well, they haven't called yet, or they haven't texted yet, or something like that. And I think halfway through the week, you get to this point where it's like, if I don't hear from them soon, I'm just going to move on in another direction. And I think that's what you end up doing, because the next set of cards, we have the Seven of Cups. That's a confusion. I don't know what to do. Should I reach out? Should I be the one to say something? How much longer do I wait? Do I continue to give this person the benefit of the doubt? Four of Pentacles. This would have been you. I think the old Taurus would have held on to this connection, or held on to hope, or given this person the benefit of the doubt. But Tower to the King of Pentacles, you are in your highest vibration here this week when you make the decision. I'm not waiting anymore. This person has had long enough. They've had plenty of time to make this right, to provide the apology or the explanation, or communicate with me what the heck's been going on here. So again, I just see you in your highest vibration, whether you're masculine or feminine. It's like you're letting go of the expectation that this person will finally do the right thing. Let's find out a little bit about this person. Tell me about Temperance to the Nine of Pentacles to the Two of Wands. It could be a Sagittarius. It could be another earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. This is someone, though, who is single or independent, or at least that's how they are portraying themselves energetically here. Tell me more about this. One more shuffle. Thank you. What do you need to know about this person? Five of Cups, Two of Pentacles, and the Ace of Cups. Bottom of the deck, you have Page of Wands. This person this week is going back and forth on whether or not they want to extend that cup to you. Again, it could be an apology. It could be a gift. Maybe it's your birthday season if you're a Taurus sun. It could be, like I said, an apology, or at least the expression, emotional expression of some remorse or regret. This person does feel bad, or there is a feeling here of regret or sorrow of what has transpired between you and them. But that Two of Pentacles, they're not quite sure this week if they want to reach out to you and say anything. They have a decision here to make. They're at the Y point in that Two of Wands about whether or not they will extend this Ace of Cups to you. Again, maybe an apology, an explanation, a gift, offer, an opportunity. Tell me what this person will most likely do this week for Taurus. What will they most likely do? One more shuffle. Thank you. What will they most likely do? Five of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Ten of Cups. Bottom of the deck, the Eight of Cups. This person will not be reaching out to you this week. Doesn't mean that they won't reach out to you the next week or something like that. But there is something here. Five of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, and the Ten of Cups. I think it's important that you just kind of protect your peace this week. That's probably the best advice. I'm going to draw some cards from you from the advice deck. But if this person were to reach out to you, it probably would result in an argument here in that Five of Swords. So I would just say for you to focus on yourself and focus on like your family, your friends, your community, whatever, again, the people, pets, plants in your life that make you happy, your emotional contentment, because will this person be reaching out to you? No, in that Five of Swords. There's still some aggression or hostility that this person has towards you. Eight of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, and the Three of Wands. This person has emotionally checked out of this connection. Knight of Wands, Strength card, and the Hierophant. Yeah, I feel like this person is resisting. They're holding back from coming towards you or connecting with you this week. Again, it doesn't mean that they won't do it the following week, so don't get upset. But there is something here this week that they won't be doing it this week. Let's get you some advice here, Taurus. I want to get you some advice for this person. In the event that some of you hear from them this week, I honestly don't think that you will. If you do, it does not look pretty in that Five of Swords. But let's get you some advice on how to deal with that person in the event you hear from them this week, or maybe even, like I said, the following week. And then I want to get you some advice on how you can deal with the emotional setback that you're experiencing this week. Can I get 3 cards of advice for Taurus? How can they deal with this individual? One more shuffle here. Thank you. Nine of Swords, the Emperor, and the Moon. Bottom of the deck, you have Knight of Wands, Knight of Swords, and the Four of Cups here. There's something here, the Emperor could talk about taking control, right? This is someone who is very solid. They're very structured. They have a firm foundation in their life. There's something here about you taking control of your thoughts as well as your emotions. Whether this person contacts you this week or not, if they do contact you and it appears that the conversation is escalating into the Five of Swords, which could be some bitter, resentful, cutting words, there's something here about you taking control of your thoughts, taking control of your emotions, and not allowing this person to negatively impact you this week. If you don't hear from this person, there's also something here about you taking control of your thoughts and of your emotions. The moon rules our emotions. So again, whether you hear from them or not, just try to remain as emotionally steady as you can this week. 3 cards of advice for how Taurus can deal with the heartache or heartbreak here. One more shuffle. Thank you. Your healing advice for the 3 of Swords. Wow. Temperance energy there, which is all about healing. The 9 of Cups and the Devil. Bottom of the deck, 4 of Pentacles, which also is the 3rd deacon in Capricorn. The Devil is Capricorn energy as well. So there's something here about you in moderation, okay? Because sometimes temperance could talk about moderation. In moderation, try to enjoy the situations, environments, and connections in your life that do provide you with a level of emotional contentment or emotional stability. Do create time to process all of these feelings and thoughts, and do it in smaller increments, even if that means setting a timer. Like, I'm going to think about what this person has done and take in all these emotions and process all of these emotions about why I feel this way, again, because of a result of their actions. But I would set a timer, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. And then at that point, we're done. You wash your face off, you get back to the other things that you are working on. And then later on or tomorrow, if you feel the need to set that timer again, you can do that again. No one's telling you that you have to process all these feelings in 15 minutes and just forget they ever happened. No, but it's just telling you to do it in increments. Don't become too obsessed. Again, we're 24 hours a day. You're thinking about what this person did, because that's not active healing. You can actively heal, and you can certainly find gratitude in what you do have and what is working in your life. Again, people, pets, plants, situations, environments, or connections that add to your happiness, add to your emotional stability. But I wouldn't become so addicted in terms of allowing this person to take control of my thoughts all week. So your healing advice here is just find some gratitude, and focus on what does make you happy, and focus on maybe even creating some long-term goals that you may have for yourself, some plans that will make you really happy. And that would probably be a better redirection of your energy. Instead of focusing what this person did in the past or what they're doing now, there's nothing you can do about it, right? You can't change what another person is doing or why they're doing it. But you can refocus your energy by creating some attainable short-term or long-term goal for yourself and pivoting in that direction, and using your time in that fashion would probably be better for you this week. That is what I have for you, Taurus, for the week ahead. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video if you're able to do that. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace.